I don't usually do this, but today is a very special day, and I feel like it's just only necessary. But um, I'm getting in the car, and I think today is gonna be one of those type of days where your life just changes because of something. And I'm so excited because I'm about to go to the press screening for Avengers Endgame. I cannot wait. About to get in the car and head up to the theater. All right, so I'm just getting in the car. I'm heading up to the theater. And I guess it's surreal because obviously it's been 10 years in the making. But not only just that, this is bound to be the most epic movie, most anticipated movie ever. And we all know that this movie is going to be 3 hours. So one may ask, how does one prepare for the long haul of 3 hours? So me being a wrestling fan, I've been to WrestleMania. WrestleManias are like 7 hours. So I can do the long deals. That's not a problem. But I mean, this is just on other levels of epic proportions. So I just don't know what to make. I just know I'm excited. I watched a little bit of the red carpet premiere in LA yesterday, and I don't know. It's just, if the actors and actresses and directors and everybody involved was so emotional, as a fan of the work that Marvel's been doing for all these years, like what how could I not be? And like, I just don't know. Like, I got like a quick like 25-minute drive, and like I'm already thinking of all the emotions I'm gonna have afterwards. I mean, I'm gonna put out a review afterwards, which will be in this video, obviously. This is a vlog, I guess that's what you call it. But I'm still just like, oh God, I don't know what to do. But anyway, 3 hours. So got my drink, a little bit of energy, and obviously very tasteful. This is all I'm having for right now. I have, luckily, a good bladder, so I won't be needing to go to the bathroom much, but I'm not going to chance it because excitement can sprue your organs to go wild. So I need to make sure that I'm well prepared for this. So this is all I'm having. Naked. What flavor is this? Berry Blast right here, a little mini one. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. Get up there and strap on my seatbelt, which I need to put on in my car right now. Strap on my seatbelt in the theater and get ready for the ride, because this is finally here today, the press screening for Avengers Endgame. And I don't know, man. I'm just so excited. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I don't know if I'm showing like lack of enthusiasm, but it's like surreal because, like, you know, the possibilities here. I mean, think of the cliffhanger we were left on at Infinity War and Endgame. The title Endgame is itself. Oh God, I just don't know what to do. Let me cut this off. I'm about to get on the highway. So catch you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna cut some more little videos and stuff once I get up there, and yeah. Oh, not much traffic going on, but still making it down the highway. Still going and going and going. There's Disneyland. That's our Disneyland here in the DMV area. Yeah, there it is. Look, I know I said I was going to do a video once I got out the car, but I just got finished chatting with Sam, the head of JVS, and there's gonna be some audio clips in here about it as well. But like, we're so hype about it, we don't even know how to act. We're just going crazy right now. So you're gonna hear some audio clips between the two of us on our ride up here. Oh man, I'm almost there. I think he just got there. Oh, it's going down, man. Avengers Endgame. Woo. Avengers, the revenge of the snap. Whatever you want to call it. Alright, see y'all in a little.
This moment right here, this is why I'm very thankful to have you be a part of any and all things JVS, because you are one of the most persistent ninjas I know. I don't know how you did it, but this man said, I don't know what I gotta do, but I'm getting in there. And you're about that about everything.
Hey bro, I feel like I accomplished a good number of stuff in my life, from master's degrees to a good job. But I feel like this is literally my moment of life here. This was my purpose, to be at this movie, and like it's just so surreal. I don't know, so excited. I'm actually gonna like take this audio clip and like use it in my vlog that I'm making for this, because it's crazy.
This ninja said I was made for this moment. Yeah, I'm gonna say this on record. If this ends up being the best Avengers movie that they've made, tomorrow or today, I will go to what's that shop? Hot Topic. I will buy a Thanos shirt. I will rock that joint on Thursday at night. And either way, you'll be able to gauge like my thoughts on it, I guess, from that. Even though we got a review embargo that lifts after 6 o'clock.
Like, if I could think of the most things that I look forward to most in my life, like as far as nerd stuff, like I gotta say that Nintendo 64 was a life-changing moment for me. Let me think, what were some really other big ones? Obviously, the first Iron Man was very pivotal. San Diego Comic-Con was amazing, but maybe I'm a figure of the moment. But this right here feels like everything has led to this point right now. Like, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. All right. Is that nervousness I feel? I just parked. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna count how many times I go to the bathroom before it actually starts, because I already feel like I need to go once because I'm so nervous. Also too, I'm so excited again, and it's a beautiful day. And I'm nervous and I'm excited, but it's here we go. It's a beautiful day out. Thought I'd get some shots of all the scenic views. The grass is green. So I get over to there. You, my friend. The last. Let's see. What's up, man? How you doing? Good, dude. My guy. My guy.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's time. Dread it, run from it. Destiny.
So I'm on a bathroom counter right now, and because I've had, well, I lied in the video. I said I had one naked, but I actually had two. So I'm trying to see how many times I'm going to go before I actually get in there.
I mean, you already know. Like,
so I'm at 0, and I know one is there's a intentional one for thinking about it too much that's coming. So there'll be no footage in there, but yeah, we're going to see the bathroom counter.
We're gonna nerd out. It doesn't really even matter.
Yeah,
like no matter what, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
I'm hyped.
Oh my God, that was the best 3 hours of my life. Oh my God, I don't even know what to think. Also, got this cool bucket here. Walking to the car, I just had to get my phone. It was completely bagging and tagging, which basically means they're not allowing any cell phones or electronic devices in there. Absolutely amazing. Oh my God, what a ride. I got so many notes I wrote down in it. I sat behind Kevin McCarthy, which is cool. Kevin McCarthy is like one of the big movie critics from this area, and he seen it last night in LA. Caught a red eye from LA to DC just to see it again. This guy had on the same thing he wore yesterday. Like, that's how dedicated he was, and that's how good it was going to be because he had to see it again. But oh my God, absolutely amazing. 3 hours, and it felt like, oh my God, so real. So many good points I want to touch on. I'm going to discuss it a little bit once I get to the car and I can settle down for a second and look at my notes, because it's 3 hours and I got like 6 pages of jibber jabber because I couldn't see in the dark. Plus I wasn't trying to like miss too much, but I wrote down some key points. Hopefully it sparked some of the ideas that I was thinking about in it. But wow, 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 wow. Avengers Endgame, what a movie. So good, so good. Okay, I'm still not at the car, but I just feel like talking more because like I'm just thinking about all the good moments that was in these movies. Considering the years and the number of movies that Marvel has put on in the MCU, and to see to see it all come to this. Although this is not the last movie in this phase, this next Spider-Man movie is. The name Endgame is so synonymous with so much, but I mean, I jumped for joy in there. I popped. I screamed. Oh my God, it was so much going on. Like, I just. Hopefully, I can get these thoughts out for you guys for a non-spoiler review. I know everyone's definitely still going to see it Thursday, and I'll be seeing it again Thursday. But like, man, I don't know. Such a good movie, man. Such a good movie. Oh man, I just got to the car. I didn't get a ticket because usually where I park at, I can park for free for a couple of hours and it'd be fine. But I forgot that this was a 3-hour movie, and I probably should have got a ticket, but I didn't, and it's fine. And if I would have got a ticket, it would have been fine, because I am still so like, oh my God, filled with so much emotions from such a great movie. 3 hours, I would say the 3 hours were pretty much split into 3 phases, all set in different tones, but the continuity all together was amazing. And I think the biggest thing that this movie did for me is that it explained some things maybe we didn't understand from previous movies. We're seeing bonds and relationships and chemistry with characters to the next level that Infinity War had already, begun. But it was just so good. It was so fulfilling because it just hit every single thing that, as a fan of the MCU, as a comic book fan, as a fan of certain actors and actresses, we just seen so many good moments. I decided that I'm not going to try to wing this with thoughts. I'm legit going to sit down at my desk. I want to record this and get this video out so that I can really hit some of the points that I got on my notes of things. As you can see, notes, that can provide a very detailed, non-spoiler reaction to Avengers Endgame. Okay? So, see you guys in a little bit. Let me head home, and catch you then. Oh God, here we go. I finally got home. I rushed through traffic. I'm home. Avengers Endgame. Hashtag don't spoil the Endgame. Man, I just want to say I'm tread with me. I'm gonna tread lightly here, so work with me because there's so much to talk about, and this is just a non-spoiler review, obviously. But I want to make sure I get out some details. But I need time to think, because I don't want to trigger any type of internet conspiracies or anything with that. I really want people to go in with the opportunity that I was able to go in to see it today, in seeing the press screening for Avengers Endgame. So, man, I just feel like everything that I worked for, worked towards the life, was all for this moment. Like, as a nerd, you have no clue like how cool it was to just see so many fantastic scenes, and growing over the years with the MCU, seeing some things from different seeing some things that we would never thought we would have seen up to this point. And man, so let me try to dive in here real quick. First of all, 3 hour movie. I think we all understand that. And we all kind of knows where this movie picks up at, picks up after basically the end of Infinity War. And obviously, if you've seen Captain Marvel, you and the trailers, obviously, you've seen that she does eventually joins the team. Pretty much where the movie starts. And again, the movie 3 hours, I feel like of the 3 hours, it focused on three different parts. So let me just have a look at my notes real quick as I go over this. So the first phase, I feel like focused a little bit on setting the tone of everyone living with the fact that they lost from Infinity War, and what were they going to do? What was the plan next, and how were they going to execute the plan? So you've seen a lot of them sitting around this, the feel of defeat. The Avengers never lose. So the fact that they did lose this time, and it came at a very costly price of losing half of the galaxy, and all living organisms, you see it in them. So the first phase did a lot with setting the tone for that. Obviously going over who was still available, who had been snapped away, who was still alive. So a lot of those aspects were brought into the first phase. And so let me take a look at this together. So yes, you see, and then you see how society, you see the Avengers of how they're coping with the fact of who's gone and what are they going to do, and you get a glimpse of how did it leave society at that point. Remember, Thanos' goal was to bring peace by erasing 50% of society, and you technically you see a glimpse of that. So yeah, so let me look what happened next. Yeah, like I said, Thanos, because of what he's done, he created peace for them, for all of Earth is the focus, but of all of living organisms, you see peace all over the galaxy. What else do we got here? Then you start to take a look at what each individual person was doing with their time. So you've seen and it's a lot of good like moments, because you see things that remind you of the older movies, and you see some things kind of synonymous with some of the characters and some of their friends and what they were doing and stuff like that. So a lot of like good moments there, feel good moments, a lot of comic book, a lot of good reference to the comics, and a lot of humor. Although this is it's a sad time and stale for them, because it's peace, nothing for them to do at a point. You see how they're trying to work with it. So moving forward again, they come up with a plan, and obviously plans take some form of execution, and I think you get a good glimpse of that. And I do like apologize if I sound a little bit redundant, because like I really do not want to give any aspects to the movie. So let me put it this way: this movie is absolutely a go see. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It was amazing. I had so much fun in it. The laughter, the comedic moments were so good. The chemistry between the characters that we've grown with over the years. You just see a lot of good. You just see a lot of good things that you didn't think that you would ever get, in the way how some of the stuff was executed felt so good. You see references to the older movies and how some of the stuff in the older movies makes sense to how they got to this point. There's some super powerful moments, I believe, in the storytelling towards the end of the movie. I mean, the third phase, there's this one particular scene that is absolutely powerful. I mean, by all means, it was so good. It just moved me. I couldn't help but to like kind of scream a little bit, because it was just felt so good. Obviously that through this time of tragedy, the ones you see grief about how people are dealing with this. You see others being able to move on, sort of say, and kind of not looking back. Um, and it's a dilemma because everybody is in a chance to being able to maybe rectify this and bring people back and actually go find Thanos in this. You see everybody at fours about there are more dilemmas of, is it worth it? Do we want to lose again? I mean, there's hope. Maybe we can do it this way this time. Obviously, they have a new rival, a new companion in Captain Marvel. And she's the tipping point that we need. And you just see a lot of all that come together. And you see some characters who typically are taking the backseat to things step up to contribute to the team and for the better good. And you see some people go down a dark path. You see some people taking different tone in their character that you just would have never guessed. It's really just a lot. There's a bulk of this I'm looking at in my notes right now that I cannot even talk about because it's just gonna give it away. It's so freaking good. For all the reasons that you see people saying they were emotional, very much so. I definitely left out thinking like, wow, like I can't even put into words. I knew this review was going to be hard because it's hard to put into words some of the things that you experience in this 3 hour roller coaster. Again, some really strong, powerful moments, some emotional moments, some like some just complete bust out laughing, like I can't believe it. Some cool collab team ups. Yeah. So more importantly, I know because everybody want to know, would I rate the movie? It's easily a 5 out of 5 for me. I had so much fun. It was just so good. I can't wait to see it again Thursday. After the credits stuff. Well, you have to wait and find out because I can tell you from my experience that going to press screenings at times, they don't give you that stuff because they want to make sure by all means none of that gets out. So you stay after the credits. I'll be staying after the credits Thursday, and hopefully we do get something. Again, this movie is not the end of phase 3. Kevin Feige, I believe, came out and said that Spider-Man Far From Home will be the end of phase 3. So you have to think that there needs to be some form of transition of how that comes about. As last as we've seen Spider-Man, he was snapped away. So I'll be curious to see, you guys get to see exactly how does that all come about. And other characters, what is their fates? There's a lot. There's a lot to take in for this movie. It's just one of those movies, man. But the good thing is a lot of the stuff that the Disney Plus app have been saying about the shows that they're going to get, seeing the characters that was named for these shows and seeing what those shows stories may be telling, you got a little glimpses of that in this movie. And I think that I can't wait for it. November. Disney Plus, absolutely sign me up. Cannot wait to see the Marvel shows that they put out. Let me just see. Also, too, I will say this. This is a very key thing that I noticed too. The way how Infinity War sets up Endgame, it makes a lot of sense because there were some things I was just like, oh, I just don't get it. But you see in the arc of the entire story between the two movies, the story between the two movies, you see why certain things were done that pretty much produced and directed a good direction for this movie. I can't wait till I get to do my spoiler review because it's just going to make sense. All this that I'm trying to tiptoe around, it would just make sense. So yeah, big thing. You see a lot of characters from all the other movies that you probably maybe forgot about. You do see some of these characters do make an appearance to an extent. Again, in the beginning of the movie, they go over the people that's not here and the people that are here, and you do see some people from all of your favorite movies, from the Thors, the Captain Americas, all these characters that was important in those series. You do see a lot of those reappear, and it's really, 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 really good and funny. There's a Fortnite scene that is absolutely hilarious to me. I loved it. But yeah, it's a lot. So let me just take one quick look over the notes, and then I think I'm gonna wrap it up because it's so much to talk about. I don't want to spoil it all for you. Remember, hashtag don't spoil the end game, and that's exactly what I'm gonna not do for you guys, because I want everybody to have a chance to watch it and experience it to the full capacity like I did. Yep. Can't talk about that. Oh, yes, I can say something about this. This movie, not only again does it have references to the old movies and then maybe some and references to old movies, references to the comics, connections to throughout the other movies, and how it all makes and how all of those stuff kind of led up to this end game, so to say. You see a lot of passing of the torch, um, in a lot of synonymous ways, from knowledge, from leadership, and for so on. So it's just again a lot of good feel good moments. But again, I think the first phase of this movie, 3 hours. I think the first one sets the tone, the second one sets up the plot, and the third one just kicks all but with action. I mean, there's some beautiful scenes shot in this movie that I just appreciate. The scores on par with typical Marvel movies, not so much like over the top, but your typical Marvel things for each character. You see him throughout the movies. So yeah. And again, the one thing this movie did, I don't even know if I even said it, but if I did, I apologize for being redundant. This movie is explained so much in the other movies that you didn't even realize that you're like, oh, that makes you want to go back and watch them again. And like, I'm literally about to go do, like, once I get all this edit and get this out, I got to watch again. I got to prepare again for my Thursday viewing of Endgame. But look, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys go out and see it this weekend. If you didn't, get a chance. Hopefully you get out and get a chance when the opportunity arrives, because I know it's sold out crazy. But please stay tuned for other reviews. Stay tuned for the spoiler discussion, which will probably come out, I don't know, sometime next week. Because again, I don't want to do that for everybody. But there's a lot to talk about here. The roller coaster, the emotions, the laughter, the possible crying. It's just so much, guys. So, more than a fan, 10 years. I appreciate you guys tuning into this, and I'll catch you next week about this.